One thing that I think is pretty interesting about your practices is that it's most traditional practices are you drill a move, well, you warm up, then you drill the moves, and then maybe you do a couple different techniques, and then maybe you do randori and spar at the end. But yours, I would say there's most of the time there's not really a technique. You let the athletes pick what they want to do, like just work on moves, and then I get to pick what technique I'm working on. And I think that's really empowering. Usually, I get to kind of work on what I'm working on, and just curious on what your thoughts are on that type of practice.
Yeah, I think we're different than a lot of clubs in that regard. I don't love, I mean, with the kids, we have no choice because we're starting like on an empty, easel, completely from scratch. So we've got to teach them foundational techniques and go step by step. With the teens and adults, your practices, I do like the concept of learning by doing. Totally understand that a lot of high level black belts want to go step by step by step, and that's not incorrect. I'd say that's what most clubs do. So I don't in no way am looking down on that. We do that, but for me, I feel like my input's better as I walk across the mat. If I see you do your sumi, or if I see player A doing a drop seoi, player C doing a uchi, if I can give my 2 cents to all three of those, one thing very important, and another difference I think at our club than most is your practices, which are our top practices. Our youngest athlete is 8 years old, and our oldest athlete is in his 60s, or when our one of our military veterans come, could even be in their 70s. Nobody else, I shouldn't say nobody because I'm not on the mat, very few clubs probably have that diverse of an age and level class than we do. And that's probably very difficult to come to a medium between an 8 year old. By the way, our 8 year old is our best player right now. And at Nationals, won 3 gold medals and a silver, in part because he trains with you guys. I think if I had him in an 8 year old judo class, he wouldn't have had the success he had at the Junior Olympics this year. But yeah, I just like teaching that way. I don't like to be the center of attention. I don't like to sit there and have 25 of you looking at my techniques, which I don't even think, other than maybe the Tayo, I should be showing step by step by step, to be 100% honest. But if we have a Manny Rosenkrantz on the mat, or if Max is there, or somebody of that level who I've taught for 17 years, and they could show a national, international level technique, I'd much rather them show it because I'm not competing. I'm not throwing on the pads. So yeah, but I do believe, I've always said this. You could watch Enter the Dragon, which is an all-time classic, and you see the hundreds of athletes all in line doing the same thing. I don't want to teach assembly line style. I just don't like it. Your strengths are different than Maya's strengths are different than Gary's strengths are different than Jude's strengths. And so why don't we play to everybody's strengths? And plus, you're the ones out there on the mat having to find that puzzle piece that works or that chess piece that works. It's not me. So for me to tell you, you have to do cross lefty saying, I mean, it seems kind of ridiculous to me. Again, I think we're in the minority in that regard, and I don't, dissuade anybody from teaching the way they want to teach. But for our club, it's worked, and I do think it's empowering to the athletes. We give our athletes a lot more freedom and ownership of the club. I don't see it as my club. It's not. I mean, I'm the head instructor, and I have to be the captain of the ship some of the time, but it's everybody's club. Everybody's invested that way, and I like a lot of the input between you guys. Like you give each other input, and I think that there's real value to that.